All right. I guess wait a little bit more, see if like more people will come in a little bit. We'll start in like 5 minutes or so. But basically, all right, yeah. So basically, like today's just gonna be an introductory session. We're just gonna like, it's gonna be like 10, 15 minutes, and we're just gonna go over like how it's gonna work, just like test out this like sort of program, see how like this software works. Since we're doing this the first time with all of our attendees, we've tested it with just like our people. We haven't tested it with a lot of people, like a lot of you guys in the call. So we're just gonna test it out and just give some basic information on how this is gonna run for like the next few weeks, and we'll take it from there, starting from next week with the actual presentations. So today's just to get tested. Uh, I'll wait. I'll wait until like 12:05, 12 like 12:10 ish, just to see if any more people want to come in before we just have like a couple minutes just to introduce ourselves and also let you guys know like how this is gonna work. So for like since we have around like over 100 people in this program, I'll talk more about this in a little bit. But we decided the way that we're gonna do like our Q and A's and like our programs with like over 100 people, just for like security reasons, and also just for the fact that it's gonna be really hard to like keep track of that many people, especially with questions or if like people want to talk. We're gonna do for all of our sessions, we're gonna do them sort of like as a webinar style. So if you want to do Q and A or you want to talk, you can talk through the chat, and we'll have like people like either one of us or some moderators in the chat, basically like answering all your questions, and then we have like emails you can send questions out to then. But for the actual presentations, we're going to be the ones talking and sharing our screens and doing all that, when you guys can just like sit here and just, like listen to what we do and like participate in the chat, and we can do it like that. Since you have over like 120 people participating, it's hard to keep track of that many people with like everyone having camera and microphone access for the people who can't find it, because we're just basically not allowing like the participants to have the camera and audio access with this many people. We're gonna go over like the timing of the sessions and stuff like that in a little bit while we just let after we let like a couple more people join in because like we have a like just like a short introduction thing that'll go over like the timings, how it's gonna like sort of work, and just introduce like some of the people that are here today from like the HS Navigator team. All right. I think we can just like get started for now. So this is welcome to like the HS Navigator Young Scholar Program. I'm Mehar. I'm like the founder of HS Navigator, and I guess I can like we can just do introductions. So like Emol, Arsh, like if one of you guys want to introduce yourselves, and we'll get started after that.
Uh, Hello, everybody. So I'm Arsh. I'm currently a rising senior at South Pacific High School, and I was really passionate about STEM and volunteering, which is why I thought this would be a great opportunity to help you guys. Um, so during this course, we're gonna like go over a lot of skills. I'm gonna be teaching Android Studio, which is like a Java app development, and we're also gonna be bringing in a lot of people. And yeah, that's all I have to say, really.
I'm Anmol, and I'm the director of marketing and outreach.
All right. Dhruv or Rishi, if you guys are here, if you guys want to introduce yourselves as well. All right. I guess I'll just like continue on with the presentation and sort of go over like some of the stuff that we're going to be doing here. So you guys can like see my screen, right? Like say in the chat, I think if you can see my screen, if that's all working. All right, Dhruv, you're all right. So basically, this is just going to be like a few minutes. We're just going to go over like how this program works. And so, all right, thank you guys. So this is our webinar times for this program. Like it's going to be on Saturdays and Sundays for like the next few weeks until like the first or second week of August. And webinars times will be from 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so every day, Saturday and Sunday will be 12 to 2. And that's when the webinars will run either like, and the webinar sessions that we have are going to include like sessions on topics that you guys wanted, like the ones you put in your registration, like your applications. A lot of you guys like suggested certain like things like coding or artificial intelligence or like cybersecurity things that you guys wanted to like hear about. So we're gonna have sessions like taught by us, Agent Navigator team, me and Lowell, Dhruv, Arsh, Rishi, Alvir, like anyone who's here, they're gonna be teaching the sessions. And then there's also going to be like demos on our actual HS Navigator tool, like how that worked, how we came up with it, how we sort of built that. And then we're lucky enough to have like alumni come from like different colleges like CMU or UMich or Columbia sort of come in and talk about their experiences, how they got into their colleges, what their experiences are like in college, and just general life advice that they can give as well. And there's also going to be some people, yeah, these are going to be on Saturdays and Sundays. And basically there's also going to be people from like actual like industry coming in, like people who like work in like the cloud, or people who work in CS coming in to talk about their experiences as well. So we're just gonna it's gonna be like a lot of different people coming in and talking to you guys, and hopefully you guys can take a lot out of this and learn a lot about like what stuff you're passionate about, and just how like life is working in STEM. And as you guys have probably noticed already, some of you guys are commenting about it before. There's not going to be like live like audio and camera for you guys, since there was almost like 120 registrations. So it's kind of hard to keep track of that many people with like microphones and cameras. There's also like security issues that come with that. So we're gonna have like us doing the live like webinar talks, and the way you guys can ask questions is you can participate through like the chat. You can ask questions in like the Q&A. We went to like polls and stuff as well. And there's also going to be like ways for you guys to send emails to us, like as the presentation goes on or afterwards, like certain emails you can send to like ask questions that you have afterwards as well. If you don't want to ask, like if you weren't comfortable asking during the actual presentation, you can ask afterwards as well. We'll like be sure to get back to you with answers on all that. And I'm not sure if it shows up on your screen on the top, but these sessions will also be recorded. So if you miss if you miss a webinar, or you miss a couple webinars, then the sessions will be recorded, and we're going to be sending out the recordings as well, so that even if you like can't make a session, then you will still have the recording to go back to and listen to if you still want to learn the information. If there's something that you really wanted to do, but let's say you like church or something else, then we're able to still like listen to the webinar and get the information that we sent out. And so for people who like participate in the program, like we might say let's say like a majority, like over 50% of the webinars in the program, we're also going to be sending out like digital certificates, just to show that you like participate in the webinar. Something you can put, like, let's say on like your resume that you did something over the summer, and it's just nice to have to show that like you took some initiative in order to like learn some more information, and you took some time to like, I don't know, venture further to come into STEM. But there aren't necessarily credits that come with this, because we aren't like a school, or we aren't like a college. We're just like a program that's giving like giving some webinars. It's not like actual like school credits for this, but it's just something nice to like have on your resume, or something nice to just have on you to show that you spent your summer like trying to better yourself or trying to learn something new. This current one is not going to be 2 hours. It's just going to be yeah, like 10-15 minutes or like 20 minutes, just to like have like, if you guys have any questions right now, just put them in the chat, and we'll go over and answer them, just about like how this is going to work, or anything else, any other questions you have about like the next few weeks. Then you guys can just talk about that now, and we'll try to go through and answer as many of those as we can, because yeah, that's about all the information that we have. So if you guys have any questions, then you guys can just put them in the Q&A or put them in the chat, and we'll try to go through and answer them now. The meetings are going to be from 12 to 2 on Saturdays and Sundays for the next few weeks. And this one's just going to end in like a few minutes, as soon as like all our questions and stuff are done. Yeah. And yeah, there's actually people from like all across the US, and that's one of the reasons that we did like our 12 to 2 sort of like time, was so that we made sure that it wasn't like too early for people on like the Pacific or like the West, and like everyone was able to attend as well. And there will not be a Google Classroom. Most of our stuff is going to be handled on like the big marker, like the landing page and stuff like that, and through emails that we send out. Q&A. All right. Is it required to attend all meetings? No, it's not going to be required to attend all the meetings, because we also have like recordings that are going to be sent out. And if you missed a webinar, do we not get the certificate? You probably will still get the certificate. We're thinking of maybe doing like a majority of attendance, like more than 50%, that you can still get the certificate from that. Are there assignments? No, there's not going to be like assignments that you guys have to do as like grading or anything. It's just for you guys to learn, and we might give like some like lab type things you guys can like play around with on your own. We're not like checking any assignments or anything. It's just for you guys to. We might give you things to just try out and have fun with, to experiment with like the new technologies that we talk about. We're not like trying to like give you like some sort of like stressful assignment or anything. We're just trying to help you guys learn, help you guys like start on learning stuff on your own. So yeah, no assignments. Is there a webinar tomorrow? No, there's no webinar tomorrow. Today was just like sort of a one-off to, basically for us, it was just to test the software out, see if like everything was working, and then give you guys some sort of introduction to like how this is gonna work. And do you think that the hurricane, so that might be on your end. I don't think it's gonna affect us much here, but if your power does go out or anything, then you're able to check the webinars and check the recordings if there is one. Are there any specific computer platforms that we will use during this program? In terms of like actual like computer platforms, like we're gonna be going over like a lot of like different languages and stuff. So I guess like if you want to like play around with the languages, and there's always like you're not going to be required to like have any like computer like platforms or anything to actually go through the webinar, but if you want to like play around with some of the stuff, then you could just like get like IDEs or get like some sort of way to code stuff to walk along with us, but there's not going to be anything required for us for this program. And yeah, it starts next week on Saturday on the 10th. And if you're absent for a day, yeah, we're planning on, after every single one of the webinars, we're planning on sending the recordings out through email, or they might show up on the landing page. We have to figure that out, but either way, everyone's gonna be able to get access to the recordings. Everything, like all the stuff that we're gonna be presenting is gonna be working through like this site in Big Marker, and everything's that's going to be like on our site. So we're working through like our site and Big Marker, but if you want to like work on like projects on your own, you can use Git on your own. Wait, Drew, if your mic and camera is working, do you want to like just give like a late introduction now?
Yeah, so I'm Drew Rye, and I'm a rising senior at JP in Edison, New Jersey, and I'll be doing the basics of Java, and I'll also be doing a game development course in 3 months.
All right. I don't think we're going to be covering animation software now. Let's see. Can we do most of the work on a MacBook? Yeah, it's a lot of it's just gonna be like going on this webinar, and almost everything that works and working on both like Windows and Mac, like in terms of trying some of the stuff out. And let's see, is it gonna start at the AM marker? It starts at 12 to 2 Eastern time, so whatever that is in the time that you guys are in. And if you guys have any questions like after today's webinar as well, we're gonna like get this. We're recording this webinar right now, so we're gonna get this recording and then figure out how to send that out to everyone, whether it's gonna be through the Big Marker page or there's gonna be through email. And so if you have any other questions, there's gonna be like a contact email as well after this webinar. Like it's contact@hsnavigator.org. You can always email that with any questions you have too. What is the main like software we're gonna be doing? We're gonna be covering a lot of different things. Like we're gonna be covering like Java, Python, AWS, like a lot of different like technologies and like new technologies as well. So in terms of things you might need to install, honestly, there's like you can install coding platforms like Visual Studio Code if you want to, but there's always like online places that you can follow. Like repo.it is a great way to code stuff and play along with coding online without having to install anything. So if you guys want to just like play around and follow through with our labs, then that's a pretty great place to like try stuff out. Because there's going to be a lot of different like technologies they're going to be talking about. So there's going to be a lot of different. If you want to install a new software for each one, it's going to be like a lot of different ones. But so far, I don't think there's any like specific like software that we're going to need to install unless Arsh, Drew, if there's any software that you guys think might be necessary for like your guys' presentations.
I might be using Unity, but we can send out an email when we make that final for the game development course.
I'll be using Android Studio. So downloading if you have like a Windows computer is not really big of a problem, but with the MacBook it might be a little bit harder, but that's okay because I have a MacBook too, so I can probably show you guys how to do it. So yeah, Android Studio is probably what you guys will need.
Okay, yeah. So Unity and Android Studio are two programs that like if you guys want to get installed before, if you guys are interested in like app development and game development, then you can install those before the webinar. Yeah. All right, just Q&A. Do we need to make a big marker count? If you're able to access this webinar right now and you're able to hear us, then and you didn't need a big marker count to get in, then I don't think you're going to be needing a big marker count for anything else. What happens if you have a Chromebook and it is hard to download things on it? For Chromebooks, yeah, getting stuff like Android Studio and Unity might be hard, but like I said, let me see if I can pull this up. If you want like just like general coding and stuff, then there's sites like that let you like do some coding online. So if you want to follow along with some of the coding like lessons that we do, then that's a great way to do it without having to actually install new coding software, which can be hard on a Chromebook, especially. And also, like we're going to be showing like everything on our screens. They're going to be walking through like the program stuff on our screens and with the recordings as well. So you can follow along with that. You don't need to know a lot about programming for these webinars because we're gonna have like sessions for like intermediate people or sessions for beginners as well, just to like give introductions for people who've never coded before and give some like new technologies for people who have experience as well. So there's a wide range of people who like have no coding experience or have some like or have a lot of coding experience. So we just want to make sure that we include everyone in our presentations. I don't think we're going to do, I think Drew was saying we're going to do Unity instead of Unreal Engine. So is everything going to be taught through these live webinars? They're going to be recorded teaching. So like these live webinars we're going to be teach everything through these live webinars, but they're also going to be recorded at the same time. Like they're going to be recorded live. So if you want to go back and like listen to them as like recorded teachings, that can work as well. Are we going to do web dev? I think, yeah, we have a session on like basis of like HTML and stuff like that. Oh yeah, Visual Studio Code is also a great place to like do some coding as well if you're able to install that. All right. Oh wait, Drew, there's a question for you. Like, what language are they going to be using for Unity?
I think we'll probably be using C#.
All right. Unreal Engine is just like another game development platform, but I think we're going to be using Unity. If you guys need to leave, then there's nothing else that you guys need to know for like today's lesson. Today's was just like sort of a quick introduction to like what we're going to be doing, the times, and it's also going to be recorded to send out for anyone who wasn't able to make it. So if you guys need to leave, then we can leave. It was just a quick introduction session to test out our software as well. Next week when we start the webinars for the topics that we chose, will there be like a sort of supply list that we have to follow? We can send out, like if you guys want to do like before like your webinars, you can like if you guys want to like before like your webinar starts, you can like send out like some software that might be helpful, but there's not going to be anything really necessary. And we're also like a lot of our sessions are going to be for like beginners as well, because there's a lot of people who haven't like coded at all before, and we don't want to like have people like not feel included because they don't really have that much experience. So we're going to be teaching like from the start and for people who have a little bit more experience as well. I don't think we're going to be doing Blender with game development. All right, let's see if there's anything else. I think we might end this around like 12:30 today, if there's like not any more like questions that you guys have like right now. And if you guys ever have any more questions, then you can just go to like you can email contact@hsnavigator.org, and like one of us will be there to like answer your questions that you guys have even after today. And we're also going to see how we're going to send this recording out as well. Just like give us a little bit after this presentation is over to send this recording out. Are we also going to build 3D models in Unity or other programs? Drew, do you know what the question is? There's a question about Unity, I think. Someone asked. 1 second, let me pull
up. Yeah, we'll be building some basic 3D models within Unity. Right. But that's pretty much it. We'll be building some basic 3D models and then using it in a small game. And along with 3D modeling, we'll also learn terrain design and environment design within Unity.
And next week will be some AWS stuff. And for the question that says like, if the number of students goes down, are we able to put camera and mic? We'll see, but probably not. Like it's a lot more like it's a lot easier for us to keep track of like questions and answers, and also like with like a lot of people, it's also a lot easier to keep track of like security when we have less people. All right. I think if anyone has any like last minute questions, you can ask like now. But besides that, I think today was just sort of an introductory session. So if you guys have any more questions after this is over, and after we figure out how to send this recording out, you can email contact@hsnavigator.org, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. But I think for now, we're gonna end the webinar here. All right. See you guys next week at like Saturday the 10th from 12 to 2, where we're going to be learning about AWS. Yeah. All right. See you guys.